Hey y'all, it's Lindsey. I thought today we could sort of chat about some of the hangups that I have while following a low-carb keto lifestyle that may not be ones that immediately come to mind. How to snag a bubbly. If you're new here, I do follow a low-carb, keto-friendly way of life. And for me, it is not a diet. It is a true way of life. It has become so much part of me that I almost do it subconsciously. And that's fantastic because that means that I don't think I have to work as hard at following a keto way of life as compared to what things were like back at the beginning of 2016 when I was first doing this, and everything was overwhelming to me at all times. If you are interested in seeing what I do around here, which includes what I eat in a day videos, sometimes recipes, sometimes sit down chats like this, I would love to have you subscribe and stick around a while. And for my returning viewers, I appreciate the time that you are spending with me right now. So hangups. At the beginning of my keto experience back in 2016, I was really hung up on just like the foundation of the keto way of life. What is protein? What is fat? What is a carb? Like, what are these basics? How do I navigate those things? What foods can I eat? What foods should I avoid? Just that foundational layer. Big hang up, right? You kind of get in your own head. Second hang up got to be, how do I go out into the world? How do I travel to see family? How do I go to dinner with friends? How do I navigate this work luncheon? How do I keto in the real world where I'm no longer in control of the kitchen? That became a huge conundrum that I did have to navigate over and over again because we do travel fairly often, and specifically to Texas, which we're so excited to be going to Texas this weekend actually, because it's gonna be KetoCon. I'm gonna sidestep here for just 2 seconds because my excitement is just like welling up in my throat. I am so excited. I started the keto in 2016 and I have never participated in any keto event, meetup, conference, any of it. I've never gone to anything that is keto related. It's just like whole new world for me. I won't sing for you. The experience is going to be so much fun. I'm excited to meet a lot of these people that I have been watching for years at this point. I'm excited to get to see the different vendors. I'm excited to hear the different speakers and just, feel the energy of a whole bunch of us that just live this lifestyle, whether it's like hardcore carnivore or like super loosey-goosey, like all product driven keto. Anyway, I'm really, really jazzed about that. When traveling, that did become a bit of a hang up for me, especially in the early parts of my quest on keto. And that was alleviated by being able to pack a cooler or something like that if we were driving to Texas, because I actually am a Texan. And how do you know I'm a Texan? Because any Texan will tell you pretty quickly that, hey, I'm a Texan. My husband likes to make fun of me on that one. I would have a cooler with us. I would be able to pack like cut up veggies with homemade ranch. I would bring cheese sticks and pepperoni. I would bring all kinds of nuts and different things. One of the things that I did struggle with at the very beginning when we would travel is that I used to depend entirely on cream in my coffee and sweetener in my coffee. I could not do black coffee at the very beginning. While that has changed, and I basically drink black coffee all the time now, I could have really used one of these guys, which are the barista blends from Perfect Keto. They've just released their newest flavor, the maple spice. I think Steve over at Serious Keto, he had a poll going when he was introducing the 2 different flavors. The audience has spoken. Maple spice has won, so they officially have 3 flavors of the barista blends, which is a coffee creamer that is powdered, makes it travel friendly. If I would have had something like this back in 2016, I could have saved myself a ton of frustration. It's got collagen, MCTs. I actually think this maple spice flavor sounds like it would taste really delicious in hot tea, so I think that'll probably be the way that I use this. I really like the white chocolate raspberry flavor they have. In honor of this newest flavor member to the barista blends, Perfect Keto is going to have a sale from today, Tuesday the 18th, through Sunday the 23rd, where it is a buy 2, get 1 free sale unlimited. So buy 2, get 1, buy 4, get 2, etc., etc. Down below, I have a link to the site. It is an affiliate link if you choose to use my link. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Traveling would be a little bit of a hang up. My current hang up, years into this whole experience, is no longer about the big things, the foundational pillars on which keto rests, how to exercise those pillars and that skill set beyond the walls of your own home. Now it's kind of an internal hang up, kind of a paralysis almost. As I've gone years into this way of eating, I have become so hyper-focused on micro details. Like in the beginning, you're looking at the whole big picture. Like I need to just know what my macros are and whether or not this food item fits within one of those. And then as you become very, very well versed in that and experienced in doing that, you get a little bit more focused in on like those little fine-tuning details. And while sometimes it can be really helpful and beneficial to fine-tune things, it can also be just like flat out paralyzing. In the beginning, I was having mug cakes made with almond flour almost every night. Then I started to learn about oxalates. And all of a sudden I was paralyzed. What do I change up? How do I fix this issue? Once I fixed that issue, I learned about omega-6 imbalances. So then I got hung up on, oh no, all of my omegas are out of balance. How do I solve that issue? And it just kind of like, it's a downward spiral from that place to where here I am hung up on all of these tiny little details that actually hinder my whole experience rather than helping to further my whole experience. That's kind of where I am right now with my low carb keto way of life, is I'm hung up a lot on a lot of these tiny little details. In order to combat the paralysis that's going on in my mind all the time, I have tried to practice exercising the moderation muscle. I am now in a place where I will bake some keto-friendly muffins, like my blueberry muffins that I have here on my channel. And like I can have that as part of a meal rather than that being my whole meal, like having 4 muffins for breakfast. It's not great. But if I can have a muffin alongside a bunch of eggs and bacon, then I still get to enjoy that thing while actually nourishing my body with the other foods. The hang up is slowly starting to be alleviated. My paralysis regarding that is starting to be alleviated. I am trying to become more moderate with myself in these scenarios so that I can still have the fun of creating fun things and sharing fun things without paralyzing myself to the point where I'm like, I can't share any of this stuff because if I do this, then I feel like I'm throwing out my entire quest for health. You know, I'm getting there, but it's not a hang up that I think immediately comes to mind when someone thinks about the keto way of life or thinks about a keto diet or a low carb diet. And maybe it's just, you know, something that I do. I get into something and then I get deeper into something and then I kind of become obsessive about something. And that's kind of happened with the whole keto diet. And I'm slowly coming back out of the obsessive place to the point where it's like, you know what? A little bit of almond flour in my baking blend rarely will not cause me tremendous harm because my diet mostly consists of animal-based proteins and some low-carb veggies. I can overcome this hang-up. It's taking a lot longer than the foundational layer that I dealt with and then the navigating external experiences layer. So yeah, keto hang-ups. They feel like eventually you're just gonna stop having hang-ups, but I don't know. Maybe that's just the good old human experience. I just needed to get that hang up out of my brain. And sometimes if I process by talking through things like that, it can be really helpful to me. You know, YouTube here has been a super fun experience for me. It's been a great hobby for me to have. And every passing day, I learn something new here on YouTube. And one of those things that I've learned is that YouTube does a really great job of suggesting videos. And I would love for you to come check out this one right here that YouTube has suggested just for you. I'll see you over there.